We can bring her back. Listen.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Critics Collective. And today we're going to be talking about a movie that we all got to see early Monday called Bring Her Back. And today we, of course, got Mayte with us and Cory. So, to go ahead and read a quick synopsis of this film. But, of course, before I start, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below and help us reach greater heights like 1 million subscribers because we are trying to retire over here. All right. So, IMDB basically described the film as a brother and sister uncover a terrifying ritual at a secluded home of their new foster mother. I don't believe that really tells pretty much what the movie is about, but we're gonna start off with you, Cory. What was your first impression of the film?
Whew.
Yeah, that sums it.
It was interesting. It was an interesting take. I will say I left with more questions than answers. After that, I was just like, mm. It's kind of hard to just like give my first question. Because going into it, I had not seen any trailers for it because it's not something that I probably normally see by myself for myself. So just seeing it as the what was it, the mystery movie of the week.
Yeah.
And just I was like, okay. And then I'm seeing it the first couple scenes, I'm like, oh, that's what we're doing here. Okay. And then going into the whole like just trying to think of like not giving spoilers. It was interesting. I'll say that. It was interesting. Would I go see it again? Probably not. Uh yeah. That's one of those my first takes. There you go.
And you, Mate, what was your first impression of the film?
So I saw the trailers and I feel like I didn't know what I was expecting. I just had an idea. Um the trailers were kind of disturbing, like, okay, this is gonna be very, for me it was kind of giving, in the trailer I thought it was gonna be something, I don't know if you guys seen like Lazarus Effect.
Mm, yeah.
It was very giving similar to that, but like I thought it was gonna be paranormal. So I mean, but I mean, as far as my expectations, I feel like I wouldn't say it was met and not met. Like, it was definitely different than what I thought it was going to be. Not in a bad way. Definitely disturbing.
Well, I was kind of in the same boat with you. Like, I just thought it was gonna be like this kid gets possessed and they gotta try to get her back, something like that. And the funny thing is, in the theater, I don't know if you noticed, like when they announced that it was this movie, everybody was clapping.
Yeah, everybody.
There was like kids in the first row.
Yeah, I remember.
People were excited to see this. So I
Yeah.
was like, oh, this is something people were expecting. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, it was different. It caught me off guard, to say the least. It really caught me off guard.
One thing that definitely did grab my attention for this film, like in my initial impression, was the people who made the movie. It's the same people who made Talk to Me, and Talk to Me was really good. I really like Talk to Me. So it was like the same. They were saying it too. They're the same directors or from that movie too. So I think that's why a lot of people were excited, because that movie was a really good hit. So I think people were like, all right, let's see where it's gonna go.
Okay. Yeah, Talk to Me was straight.
But it's one of those films I wish Ed would have been there so I could time to a chair. Like,
And he would have walked out. He would have walked out the moment. Like, yeah, I'm good.
Oh no, I'm leaving right now.
Uh,
Oh
I'm like,
yeah.
did we all watch the same movie?
But hey, if and the thing about this film, it's how I the not even the demon was the worst part.
Do you want to go with your highs and lows first?
Yeah, let's go. Let's do that first. Cory, might as well go ahead. What are your highs and lows before we start the
Oh, right
discussion?
back to me. Highs and lows. Whew, the lows were for me how it ended. I was just like, I had a lot of questions during the viewing, and I'm just like, well, I'm leaving like not knowing everything I wanted to know. The highs, man, I think the I guess the effects that they used, as far as like when the little boy and the whole kitchen situation. Um, I'm not.
Mm-mm.
I mean, I was impressed. I'm impressed how they do it. Like me getting to the point in doing for myself and just seeing stuff like that. It's just like stuff like that I appreciate because they went the extra mile. Um, they no, man. Hey, it was yeah. There, there it is. I got that's all I got for you.
It sounds like trauma for real.
It's a little bit, just a little bit.
I'm about to say, what was your highs and lows?
I agree with Cory, like having a lot of questions because, especially like even with the beginning, they started off with like, and I don't even feel like this is a spoiler because it's just blatantly like this is not a cult. So I'm like, okay, but to me, it gives something like that. But then it's very weird because I have a lot of questions about the whole videos aspect and
Hmm.
it's coming from a community of people who do this. So I have a lot of questions on that, like the backstory of it. I have a lot of questions on her nephew
Hmm.
and like the nephew and then the actual boy. That part I'm a little confused about. Like, did she do this already and she's trying to do it again? I don't know. That was my questions. And then the end, I didn't really like the ending, how she just kind of like, it just ended like that. So
Hmm.
I guess those are more of the lows, like having a lot of questions. Highs, the effects for sure. Like I was very like, basically once he just started like to mutilate himself, because that's really the best way to say without any spoilers as to how.
Yeah,
Like I just
definitely
feel
spoiler
like that was
discussion
just a
happening.
little. I was like I didn't want to see, but I want like I'm not gonna not see like, but I was just
Nasty,
like
nasty work.
it was the highs were it was very disturbing. It did what it needed to do. Like I feel like in the category of disturbing movies like Hereditary, like in that category, I feel like this is kind of there. So disturbing for sure. Traumatizing.
I agree with what you guys said. Like, definitely the lack of explanation, like of what's going on, like the ritual, or even how it ended. When you go to the movies, like the other movie they did, Talk to Me, where they kind of explain what the hand, how it became the hand. So I wish we had something like that as far
Hmm.
as the movie goes. But the high is just the whole horror aspect part of it, the gore, um, the the way. Again, I felt like the mother. Well, I will leave that for a spoiler discussion if you guys want to do that. But I feel like the demon wasn't as bad as the actual people themselves. But uh, and I was sitting in the every time something would happen, I was trying to like look. Like, I was getting uncomfortable at a certain point because certain thing was happening. But the movie definitely did its job for what it was trying to do. That's definitely one. And the kid acted, as far as acting part, like those kids, they did a great job. And I think that one girl, which is a couple things you notice in the scene, every time she's walking around, they will make the screen blurry so you can feel like how she sees and stuff.
I did notice that,
Yeah.
but I don't know. Maybe we can discuss this in the
Yeah,
spoiler.
yeah.
I've noticed
We'll definitely do
some. I don't know if you noticed a change throughout. That's all I'm gonna say, but there is a change in that. Maybe I was just tripping, but
I think that was probably her first film too.
the girl.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I haven't seen her in nothing else. I haven't checked for her name everywhere else. Nothing.
There was something I wanted to say, but I literally just forgot. It'll come back to me randomly. But something you said had triggered it. I guess it was more that. But
yeah, it's definitely like a one time watch or one time a second watch would be like I'm gonna torture this person. Sit next to me. Let's watch this. Somebody like Eddie, So maybe we'll tell it, hey, if we hit 15,000 subscribers, Eddie got to watch this film.
hey, Eddie has to agree to that.
Yeah,
I
he would
love
definitely have to
that.
agree to that. But with that being said, guys, we're gonna go ahead and jump to our accolades. And as you guys well aware, we start from 5 accolades, which means excellent, 4 accolades, which is good, 3 average, 2 below average, 1 poor quality, and 0 is best 1 horrible. So let's go with the man himself, Cory. What's your accolades for this film?
I think I'm gonna give it a 3. That's average, right? 3.
I knew it.
I mean, because of how it ended. That's the only reason why I would give it that. If I had some like explanation throughout or some type of, I just needed more info. That's all, for real. Beyond that, I would have been more satisfied with what it was with what it was, but I didn't have my explanations at the end, which they usually throw in there. Like it was like, oh, this is why, but you didn't get that, so it was just like, okay. But yeah, I'm gonna give it a 3.
Mayte?
I get what you're saying, but I feel like as far as the disturbing aspect, like if people just want to see a disturbing movie and not care about having the answers, because we like the answers, we want to know what's going on.
Yeah.
Some people don't care, so I give it a 4 because I feel like as far as the disturbing part, it's very disturbing, which it will. I feel like that kind of makes up a little bit for some not having some of the answers. Maybe we'll get another movie and get some answers. Who knows?
Yeah, that's the only reason why I didn't get it 2. Because it did its job, but yeah.
Well, I do agree with again both of what you guys said, and I'm myself gonna give it a 4. It again with Cory's it's just a lack of explanation of why this whole ritual happened, which we will discuss in our spoiler discussion. But 4 for me. Well, guys, thank you for watching our review for Bring Her Back. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe. And let's reach 15,000 subscribers so we could have Eddie watch this film and we could torture him. All right, most definitely. But we'll see you soon, guys, and have a great day.